G'day guys and welcome back to your English Aussie. We are live with the Game Week 1 deadline stream. How are you all? Good to see a couple of you on here. Simen, how are you, mate? Mike, how are you? Alright, it's gonna be I assume, quite a busy couple of hours then today. We can go through my team, and then we can probably go through a few of your guys' teams. I'm sure plenty of you are going to want to get some team reviews done. So looking forward to that. This is my current team. I actually just made a decision about 5 seconds ago before I started this stream to not have Cliver in my team and to have Ndai instead, despite him playing against Chaddy Riyadh, which is a bit annoying. So, as you can see from my team this week, I am on a bench boost. Cobblers, how are you, mate? John, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you guys. Yeah, so lots going on. What are we looking at here? Bjorn, hey mate, how's it going? I don't have and trust in Palace. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Palace is what it is, mate, honestly. We gotta hope they do all right, but yeah, I think Chaddy Riyadh's really nice at 4.5 centre back. Gonna be like potential for some DEFCON again. Like, you know, Palace playing a back five. We'll have to see how they go. I don't really like too many DEFCON options at 4.5. I've sort of gone into this pick with a thought that I'm probably going to wildcard pretty early. I'm looking for a good game week 1 bench boost. So sort of trying to max point score there, and then as we go forwards, see how we go. So yeah, I mean, potentially I should be looking at like 1 and 2 as important game weeks. Jonesy, what's up, mate? Robert sent Laughing Disco for 250 jewels. I still don't understand what these jewels are, but thank you. We did a like it was sort of like a members live screen, and yeah, there was tons of stuff going on. Shamsi, how are you, mate? Good to see you. Thoughts on no Haaland drafts? Simen. Yeah, look, I mean, honestly, my view is Haaland's always unbelievable at the beginning of the season, so hard to go against him. I do like the non-Haaland drafts. I've seen a few of them. They look quite nice. But if you're doing that, I think you've got to be similar to those that are bench boosting in 1. You just got to be ready to go with an early wild card. Cobblers, would you do Sangare and Solis to Enzo Lafayette and die? No, man. I love Solis. I like Sangare. I would definitely want like one bench boost one DEFCON midfielder in your team just for fixture purposes. Like when you get a crappy fixtures, you can stick like a Caicedo or a Sangare in there. Yes, Flippication. Hey mate, how you going? Robbie, my man, thank you so much for donation. What an absolute hero you are. Alex, Orange Apple, what's up, mate? Any reason I've not got Bruno? I do have Bruno in my side, Jonesy. He is sitting right here on the left alongside Mbumo. I just think I look at this team that I've picked and it feels like it's overpriced. Like, I just feel like I've got a lot of money in there, and that normally is the idea of a good team. Yeah, so also on the non-Haaland, so I think if you're looking to wildcard early, I don't really mind a non-Haaland draft. But for me, I just think Haaland's gonna bang, and I quite like this. Like, I spent a long time not on a bench boost because I couldn't find a draft that I liked with Haaland and Bruno in, and I wanted them both. What are these jewels that people are sending? I don't understand. But anyway, thank you, Rob, as usual. Absolute hero. Oh shit. This auto translate thing is weird. I said yo yo, and it translated to me. Oh shit! I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand that either. I don't know why that's on there. Maybe it's a new YouTube function. How was the cricket, Simon? Yeah, personally, the cricket went really well. So for those of you who don't know, I was playing in the World Cup qualifiers T20 for Cyprus in cricket. We did not qualify, but I was the second top wicket taker in the tournament, of which if we'd have made finals, I would have had a very good chance of being the top wicket taker. I lost out by 1 wicket to the guy that won it. And if I'd have played the extra game and made finals, I reckon I probably would have been top wicket taker in the tourney. So yeah, personally, a good run out for me. Scored over 100 runs, so I was our second top scorer as well for Cyprus. But yeah, unfortunately, team couldn't quite get over the lines in those sort of tight games. It was a bit frustrating, but you know we've come a long way from probably like 80th in the world now to like top. Well, not quite top 50, but I think we were 54th going into the World Cup qualies. So yeah. All right, back to the main event, the football. Do you think Reuter will start? Promise David signing for Brighton. Yes, I do. I think he'll start game week 1. After that, it's I reckon Promise is going to be coming in there, but I think Reuter probably still plays on the wing. Can you all take DCL out of your teams? Many thanks. Agree, Rob. Just so you can have him in yours. Rob, why am Bumo over Soboslai? It's the whole game week 1 for me. I just think, hopefully Graham is not tuning into this stream at the moment. But I just think Man United could just run through Hull. Like normally, I think what was it? Hull finished 5th or 6th in the Championship last year. You normally don't get a team finishing 5th or 6th in Championship qualifying, getting promoted to the Premier League. So I just fancy Mbumo. But again, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate you, Rob. So my issue is United is playing at 12:30, never ends well. Yeah, I sort of don't. I don't buy into the 12:30 games. It does seem to happen. Like you are right, but I don't buy into the 12:30 game is a drama. Sorry, my video just cut out. Sometimes this webcam is like decides to live by its own rules. Put it back in. There we go. And Die or Lafay, definitely in Die for me. I don't really like Enzo Lafay pick. I think Ndai is obviously like far more attacking as well. Can score goals from open play. I know Everton are not amazing. Maybe build a no Haaland draft. Yeah, I can do that for sure. I'd go for Brobby over Ruta Shamgal. Yeah, but it's the 0.5 mil. Like I couldn't save the 0.5 mil. So I like just Ruta for 1 game week. It's against Villa as well, who are missing Conser, missing Martinez, or likely to miss Martinez. I think he's got a good chance. I quite like Ruta as well. Don't trust Haaland after World Cup. Yeah, I know, but did you watch him in the World Cup? He was still unreal. Like he's still like one of the best players in the World Cup. No Haaland draft. All right, let's run through one. Let us have a look at a no Haaland draft. All right. I probably will keep the same goalies. So let's just get rid of Erling. And if I'm getting rid of Haaland up top, I'm probably going to have Isak because I think Liverpool have a chance of being really good this year, which is amusing because I've obviously got no Liverpool players in my side. But I do think that in a wild card, I'm probably going to have 2 Liverpool players in there. That gives me Thiago. Yeah, that gives me the money to move Jorginho Ruta, but obviously you just don't need him. I don't think I'd change Bruno and Bumo or Solis. I quite like all of them. I definitely would be bolstering the defense. Are we saying Haaland wildcard bench boost 1 as well? because if we're bench boosting in one as well, then really we're trying to pick best fixtures. Reluctantly with United. Don't really want to have Harry Maguire either. I know United have got Hull, which doesn't feel right. Wouldn't be close to going Lamens. Lamens in goal. Probably then can go Suzuki's coming at 5 mil for Villa. Bezo! What's up, Brycey? How are you, mate? Great to see you in there. No Raya. Yeah, I got 3 Arsenal, though. I got Calafiori White. Sherpin v Sunderland. No, I don't like that. I'd probably go for Bruggen still. I think I'd still go for Bruggen. Wouldn't have Chaddy Riyad. Might still have Rodon. Midfield's probably not going to change too much. I think that midfield is... Who am I missing in that midfield? There's no one that I really like. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know when you're looking at that? I don't. Gabriel just. I don't see the point. If I'm gonna I'm assuming in this draft, I'm gonna wildcard early. If you bench boost no Haaland, you're gonna wildcard early because you're gonna bring Haaland in at some point. So, just what's the point of Gabriel? You can just have the other Arsenal defenders. Like they're probably gonna play the first few game weeks. Maybe you wildcard in 4. Semenyo or Thiago, yeah, I like that. I think Semenyo would be quite nice. I do like the DEFCON though. So who would I get rid of? It's tough to get rid of Ndai. Tough to get rid of Caicedo. I just think Caicedo under Xabi Alonso is going to be really nice. Verbruggen or Kingski to start. I think it's a toss of a hat, to be honest, Brycey. It's hard of like what I would say this season. I think people were just like absolutely lost the plot with. Basically, I think all the models are a waste of time at the start of the season because my honest opinion is there's so many new managers in the league. You got in the big teams. You got Iraola at Liverpool, Alonso at Chelsea, Maresca at City. Arsenal were the only ones with stability in that like top 4. I mean, even Carrick at United is like basically a new manager. So in that top 4 or 5, you don't have any stability. So you don't know tactically how teams are going to set up this year. So you also don't know tactically how teams are going to play against the big teams this year. If I was a small team, I'd go out to try and win those games because you just don't know how. You don't know how it's going to play out. So I think there's going to be a lot more as there normally is early season. There's more goals because teams don't know how other teams are going to play. So the tactical side of the football matches are way more key, which I actually think Maresca's quite good at generally. I think Alonso will be good at. I think Chelsea will start well. So I think there are going to be a lot of goals in the first few game weeks, which is why I originally had Haaland in there. But yeah, I just think Gabriel at 8 mil just feels a lot of money to be putting in a back when I'm going to wild card out as well. I sort of lost my train of thought after I was talking for a while on that. GV in the chat. Hey, GV, hello, mate. Attack Hull. Yeah, I think that's going to be the way to go this year. But I've got Lamens, I've got Bruno, I've got Mbumo, so that's triple up against Hull. Calafiori, White, Solis, triple up against Coventry. Yeah, just I don't know where I don't really. There's nobody in the midfield that. Yes, I agree. Semenyo's probably nice against Bournemouth as well. Maybe you'd have to go Semenyo over Caicedo. I think that makes sense. No Haaland, you're probably attacking the goals. And then how much money do we have if we put Thiago in? Because I would like Thiago. Is it a waste of money up top? And you got 5 mil and 4.5 mil. I just feel like that's a bit too much money. Thiago up top. I'd probably be looking at somebody like a Gonzalo Garcia at Fulham. Or Richarlison. Yeah, maybe Richarlison. On the bench boost, maybe Richarlison. Longer term, like when I wildcard, it would be Gonzalo Garcia. Maybe on the bench boost, it's Richarlison. You just are leaving yourself with quite a lot of issues. And then you got, what, 6 and 5.5 mil. I mean, I'd probably have Jackway. Who've Liverpool got game week 1 again? Who we got? Newcastle. Yeah, they're going to be trash. And then, what's the odds O'Reilly ends up playing left wing? I mean, it could be something like that. You're massively backing the big teams here. That's probably where I'd sit. Coliseum, very tough right now. Adam, help me find the funds from Boomo, Robbie. Should we start looking at you guys' teams? So if you send me through your teams on Twitter, and we have a look and we chat through. Twitter or Instagram, whatever you guys prefer. What's the jam these days? So I'm just going to set up in the meantime while you guys are. When am I planning on wildcarding? Honestly, like pretty early. Just depends how game week 1 goes. I'm willing to wildcard in like game week 3 or 4. To be honest, if my game week 1 goes great and I can just keep getting by making transfers, fine. I can maybe wait till 6, but otherwise, yeah, I think I'm gonna just go until I need to. But yeah, I'm definitely willing to wildcard early. Robbie, you sent your team? Yes, I see it. How do I get this? Oh, fuck. Why is it always like this? Adam Bailey as well. Hey, man, how are you? It's been a while. All right, let's switch up and start looking at you guys' teams. So this is you, Rob. Cap C. Hello, mate. I'm kind of on holiday, so I had to send my team earlier and reckon what to do, chips replacement, etc. Sorry, let me just read through some of these comments. Coliseum, very tough right now. How do you know I was at the Coliseum recently? I was, actually. I'm in Italy at the moment. Emery's still dealing. Yeah, Bart is okay for game week 1. Yeah, I like Verbruggen. I think Villa have got a tough first week. Maresca's a fraud. I don't agree with that. I think Maresca's all right, personally. Luca de Gabriel playing bench boost game week 1. I'll get back to that, mate. Brobby? Yeah, I don't particularly like Brobby. Newcastle was a good run of fixture, but lost good players. Yeah. Who will start between Pope or the new GK? I'll assume Pope. Yeah, Cap. Where'd you send it to me on Instagram? I'll look at yours after, Rob. Rob Van Heck, I actually quite like. Is this your main team? Soboslai, Sharda. No bench boost? Oh, bench boost active. Mikalenko's got to go immediately. That's number one. I would be going Mikalenko to Christoph Ayer at Brentford. I'd probably get rid of Van Heck as well. Is Van Heck 5 mil? Because you got Sharda in there as well. Like, do you want to be playing? Like, I actually do like Van Heck, and I was thinking he's quite a good pick for the first few weeks. But at 5 mil, and who are you trying to get in? 5 mil, can't you just go Rodon? Van Heck to Rodon, Mikalenko to Christoph Ayer, Chaddy Riyad, Matson, someone else, mate. It can't be Mikalenko. He's got no attacking threat and no defcon. That's a cheap defense, that though. Yeah, but I mean, Mikalenko is just a dead player. Twitter or Insta ADK, you can see my. Well, actually, you can't see my socials at the moment. Oh yeah, you can on the left, bottom left. Yeah, and then Concer's going to become. Everyone's going to have Concer in your team by game week 4. Like, what now? He's signed for Arsenal. I think Mosquera plays game week 1, and then Concer probably comes in 2 or 3. So that's going to be wild. Who did you want to go to, Rob? Find the funds from Mbumo. So it's going to have to be Soboslai up to Mbumo. So you got 1 mil that you need to find. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be Ballard and Van Heck. Yeah, you can't have Muharemovic, and it's gonna have to be. Or you just go Muharemovic down to Rodon. That's 0.5 you save there, same team. And then 0.5, one of Ballard and Van Heck. Like, you can still get a Defcon defenders at 4.5. It doesn't have to be 5 mil. And I do like Dan Ballard because he's a threat off set pieces. I guess Van Heck will be as well. So that's really a choice. And I'd probably get rid of Van Heck just because you got Sharda as already. And if you're bench boosting game week 1, you can try and avoid going attack versus defense as much as possible. So I'd just go Muharemovic down to Rodon. Mikalenko's got to get out of there, so you can choose who you go for that 4.5. I would suggest Christoph Ayer because I think he's good at 4.5. Defcon, Brentford as well. I don't hate Chaddy Riyad, but my brother tells me that Palace are not going to keep a clean sheet against Everton. And then yeah, you just got to go one other 4.5 from Ballard or Van Heck. I think got to downgrade the defense. Like, I don't see where else you can go. Like, I wouldn't be getting rid of Solis or Bruno, and you've got to get rid of Soboslai to Mbumo. And Caicedo, you can't get any cheaper. Sharda, you don't really want to go down to a 5.5. Calvert-Lewin, you could put Jorginho Ruta, but you don't want to do that because you like Leeds guys. João Pedro, you're going to keep. Haaland, you're going to keep. So I don't think there's any other options. What if we weren't getting Mbumo in? I'd still move Mikalenko, 100%. Move Mikalenko. He's such a dead pick. Yeah, I don't mind it if you're not getting Mbumo in. I just don't really like the 5 million defenders. I've got to be honest about it. They don't. Other than Jackway at Liverpool, they don't tickle my fancy. That's who I would go. That's who I'd get in. I'd get Jackway in for Van Heck probably, or Ballard. Probably for Van Heck. I might be wrong about it. I mean, it's much of a much, to be honest. I don't mind it. If you're not getting Mbumo in, I don't mind it. I think it looks good. Honestly, like, I don't think you need to make changes. I'm just offering suggestions. Can I resend my team layer for another glance? Yeah, mate, of course you can. Cap, can I look at your team? Where can I look at it? More importantly, you send it on Insta probably. Cap, are you still here? Talk to me. If you're still here, I can look at it. If you're not, I won't bother. Insult. Was it your Uber Thrift account? Is that you? No, that's Brycey. Brycey, yeah, Brycey. We'll get on to you next, mate. Jacques is the Rolls Royce. Hope he lives up to the tag. Yeah, I think he's going to be great. Imatech, what do you think of this bench boost? Get one team: Kinski, Verbruggen, Calafiori, Maguire, Ballard, Aya, Diop, Fernandez, and Bumo, Solis, Sharda, Gross, Haaland, JP, DCL. I'm thinking maybe Ndai over Sharda. Yeah, I prefer Ndai over Sharda personally. Diop. Oh, this is your team, Cap. Insta. I think I looked at your team, didn't I already? I like it personally. Yeah, I mean, you got Van Uyck. So this is not non-bench boost side, right? Sorry, Imatech. I was talking about your team, and then I just sort of died. Yeah, happy with that bench boost one team. To be honest, Imatech. I don't love Ballard. Like I said, if you want to save 0.5, that's where I would save it. But I think it's fine. Not a problem. Palestra's 5.5, Mihailovic 5, flipication. Yeah, so Cap, sorry. Kinski, Verbruggen, great. Ballard again is like someone I just don't think he's required. You're not on a bench boost, so you're not looking for that initial game week 1 only to be great. He has Arsenal, Man City game week 4 and 5. I know Sunderland were good last season defensively, but I think you can go elsewhere with that. Like you can go for a bigger team. Like you can have a Liverpool defender in there. You can have a Jacques in there. You can even pick like Conser in there at 4.5. Upgrade one of your other defenders, and bench Conser this week. Wait for him to come back. From the Coventry side of things, Van Uyck, I would probably. I mean, he's the sort of attacking pick for Coventry on the side. I think he had like 9 assists last season or something, quite a lot. I'd probably personally go for their centre backs because yes, he had a lot of assists last season, but obviously Coventry playing in the Championship are going to score more goals. Premier League, they're going to score less goals. They're going to be less attacking as a team. You'd want the centre backs that are going to get the DEFCON. So I'd be going Amenda or Thomas, probably Thomas. Ballard for Vuskovic. Again, much I'd downgrade Ballard to a 4.5. I'd probably go Christoph Ayer at Brentford. Something like that. Chadi Riyad at Palace. Ezri Konsa for when he comes to Arsenal. Midfield Sarr is an interesting one. My brother will love that pick, and he will love you for picking Sarr. Personally, at 6.5, you could probably save $500,000 and go Ndai. If you did that, again, that probably lets you upgrade one of your defenders. You could even upgrade Ballard there to a 5.5 and end up with a Calafiori and Ben White. But I like the idea of Ballard down to Konsa, and then O'Shea probably up to 4.5, maybe Christoph Ayer, who I'd then start this week. Could you by chance message me this? I'm going up a hill. Rewatch, mate. Rewind. I'm going up a hill. Can't, mate. I can't. It's just too hard to keep track of everything. All right. Just while I'm pulling up the next team, this is what my team is currently. I think it was Bryce next with his team. All right, Brycey. How are you, by the way, Bryce? What's been going on, mate? Been a while. Hope you've had a good break. Shamgar, would you advise Brobby over DCL this week on the basis of fixtures? Yes, I would. Forest have got Glasner now as well, so not the Glasner's class, mate. Class manager. But I'd also probably go anybody else as well, like 6 mil. I'd go Richarlison as well. Obviously, he's not going to keep the spot, so I guess it depends if you're bench boosting, Shamgar. Well, I'm blessed, brother. I hope you're too. Yes, thank you, mate. I'm doing well. I'm on a sabbatical at the moment, so I am living my best life. Sorry, Hallett. Hey, I have a bench boost 2 team. Don't bench boost 2. Just quit that thought right now. It's just pointless, honestly. Bench boost 2 is just pointless. Just pick a good team that will last you through the first 6 weeks. If you're not gonna bench boost in game week 1, just don't even worry about the bench boost. Just be like, I'll play a bench boost with like a 4.0 million goalie and 3 players. It's a shit chip otherwise, honestly. But let me look at your team anyway. Kinski, Rushworth. Yeah, I mean you got Rushworth in there anyway, so is that good for 2? Who did Coventry have in 2? Oh, sorry, yeah, Coventry have Hull. Okay, makes sense. Shaw, Hume, Calafiori, Van Uwick, Thomas. Wow. Slater. I think you are too heavy on expensive front line. I assume the striker you're missing, Hallett, is João Pedro. I would be taking some money out of that team and putting it in the defence. Or upgrading Slater with it. I'd be downgrading Semenyo. Probably. That team just doesn't feel strong. You know, when I said, like, when I was looking at my team, I said that it felt overpriced. Honestly, biggest compliment I can give someone's team is it feels like it's over budget. Sorry, not overpriced, over budget. That feels like it's under budget. No worries, Shamgar. Brycey, let's look at your team. Sorry, Kinski, Palmer. Sorry, you're not bench boosting in 1. You don't have a plan to bench boost at any stage, I'm assuming. If that is the case, consider this as a option. If you're going Kinski and a 4.0 goalie, why not just put Dubravka in and just have backup? If Kinski gets injured, you've got Dubravka. Obviously that means you can't have 3, like you can only have 1 more Spurs player. So if you're not planning on getting 3 Spurs players in the future, then I think that makes sense as your 4 mil goalie to just be Dubravka at Spurs. In case something happens to Kinski or they change the goalies. Then Nico Williams I really like. I think he'll be great under Glasner. Honestly, like nothing. Like I just think him going forwards at Forest, he was really good, got in some really great attacking positions. I just think under Glasner, he'll also allow him to do that, which will be nice. Hey, teach me tips. What's up, mate? I hope you're well. Yeah, get me a burger as well. Thanks. Luke Shaw I hate just because I think he's shit, but that doesn't factor into FPL. Excuse my French for those of you under 18. Yeah, I just don't like Luke Shaw. And if you're not bench boosting in one, why have him? In my opinion, it's like probably fixtures 1 and 2. I don't like it. I don't like it. I know United don't have anybody else to play there. No, do you know what? It's fine. Just like I think my biases against Luke Shaw as a player come in there. Like I just think he's a terrible player. But I mean, for the first 2 game weeks for United, you got Hull and Ipswich. He's 4.5 million. He's going to play both weeks. Yeah, all right, fine. Calafiori, lovely, best Arsenal pick. Other defenders, Davis, Van Newick. I mean, again, like I said about Van Newick, for me, it's got to be Thomas or Amenda. Like, yes, he got a bunch of assists in the Championship, but it was the Championship. So, personally, I'd have Thomas in there for DEFCON. Coventry are obviously going to be under the cosh a lot more this year. Their centre-back's going to pick up DEFCON. I'd just do it that way. I don't like going in with 2 4.0 million defenders. I haven't looked at the rest of the team yet, but I don't particularly like that. I think that's risky. Similarly, Davis, like fullback, Ipswich, I would go with the DEFCON centre backs. Just don't think they're going to score as many. Nish, my guy, Wagwan, bro, what's good? Very early into the deadline stream for you, an hour and a half. You're a changed man, Nish. The end of last season. I wonder what rank did you finish in the end last year? Maybe you got top 10k. I think you like top 50 at least. Bjorny, not an IG or X. My team. Look, I'll get to you next, Bjorn, mate. No worries. Thank you for your support. Yeah, so again, if you're gonna go for the 4.8 mil defenders, it's got to be the centre backs. So Diop or Greaves at Ipswich. Finished on 54k. Unlucky Nish, bro. Close. You're probably paying attention to me the last few game weeks, where I was going mental thinking I could still win FPL and then finished just outside the top 10k. I literally was like inside top 10k, and then I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna take everybody. I'm gonna go complete differential last 3 weeks. It's worth it, man. I don't regret it. It's all about winning. It's not about where you finish. But obviously, like top 100k, got to be inside. Yeah, sorry. So my personal FPL style of playing is to win FPL. Like I'm pretty sure it's not very difficult to finish in the top 100k every season. You just pick a really safe team and stick to that throughout the year. You're most likely going to finish in top 100k if you're an active manager and you go throughout the season. All right, maybe it's not easy, but I personally, it would be like it's a travesty if I finished outside the top 100k. Quote me and clip me on this if this doesn't happen. But I personally prefer playing to try and be aggressive and win FPL. And it's the start of the season, right? Like it's the start of the season where it can go wrong or it can go well. And I did a sneaky behind the scenes tester last year. I had the same team for 37 game weeks after game week 1, and I had 2 different teams for game week 1. One team finished like 12k, one team finished like 180k. It was just because of 1 game week. So it makes a big difference at the beginning of the season before like all the templates come in, because all the data becomes available and it becomes obvious who you need to go for. The start of the season is research, watching football, understanding the tactics before everybody else, and just seeing the players that you think can do well and a bit of luck. That's what you need to start the season to do well in FPL. Rest of the season, follow the data, follow like, you might see somebody that's differential and stuff like that, but generally like post game week 10 just gets a bit like bland in terms of who there is to pick, because there are like the template post game week 10 is a template because they are obvious good picks. Like I don't like to be very template, but like there are just some players you just got to pick because they're a good pick, just underpriced or something like that. So it naturally happens that teams converge post then, because that is how it works. But before that, that's when you can pick up the points. So be aggressive in those first 10 game weeks, especially now you got 2 times chips. My personal opinion is use those chips early. Like bench boost in game week 1, free hit in the first 6 game weeks if you need to, because your bench boost, maybe didn't go well, or you need to kill a week before a wild card. Wild card early. Triple captain, whatever, man. You play it whenever. Conser in a week or two is going to be 10 player. Hey man, hey bro, what's up? Yeah, everybody's going to have Conser by game week 4. I will as well. Nish on Insta or Twitter, just send me the draft, mate. What's your thoughts on triple Arsenal defence? If one is Raya, that's fine. Otherwise, no. But I like Solis. Like he's such a cheap price. Sorry, Bryce. Midfield: Rodgers and Bumo, Fernandes, Solis, Sangare. Yeah, I mean, nice. Sometimes I go on my rant about FPL stuff, so you just got to bear with me. Honestly, it's golden advice. It's golden advice. If you don't believe me, just change the channel. Change the channel. No, don't really. I need the viewers. No, seriously, change the channel. Yeah, Sangare versus Caicedo. I like. Couldn't tell you who's going to win that fight this year. I just think Caicedo is going to be crucial in a Xabi Alonso team. Obviously, Xabi Alonso played that sort of role. I think he's going to be awesome. I also think if Lavia's fit and plays alongside him, he gets forwards a little bit more. He's still going to pick up DEFCON. He's been taking some corners as well, Caicedo, so I like that, 5.5 million. But I don't have a problem with Sangare if you like him. João Pedro, Haaland. No, sorry, midfield. Who am I missing? Oh, that's all 5 midfielders. Up front, João Pedro, Haaland, Calvert-Lewin. Yeah, pretty template. For me, I wouldn't have Calvert-Lewin. But if you're long term, I'd go Gonzalo Garcia of Fulham. That would be my pick. I think he's going to be nice. FPL MFZ and Dye versus Lefay, and Dye for me. GG easy for 20. Rob, you got 0.5 in the bank now. Nice. Upgraded defender. Or just keep it. Keep it in the bank. Marek Stasny Jr. Maguire and Ayer or Shaw and a 5 mil defender. Maguire and Ayer for sure. And Dyer's low-key huge baller. Yeah, I really like Dyer at 6 mil. I think he's great. Can't they be 5 mil? And no good 5 mil defenders, is that what you're saying? Jackway, Liverpool. I'll be your bench boosting, sorry. Yeah, so that's my thoughts. Bryce, mate, hopefully that's helpful. Bjorn, your team: Lamens, Aya, Calafiori, Ballard, Bruno. Sorry, while I'm talking about your team, I'll just put my team up so it's just so people can see. Ballard, Bruno, and Bumo, Grosh, Soboslai, Holden, Japper, Cavalier, Kinski, Shardavan, Uvic, Thomas. Bench boost game. I don't like bench boost game week 2, mate. I just don't like it. I don't like setting up for a bench boost in 2. Anything could happen in game week 1. Anything could happen. I just think it might be too late to tell you this now and for you to find a new team, but just pick a team to go long term rather than to bench boost in 2. Save yourself 0.5 million, get a 4 mil keeper. Put upgrade someone. Upgrade one of your 4 mil defenders. It doesn't I would just bench boost randomly rather than bench boost game week 2. It doesn't feel right to me. Like the benefits of bench boosting in game week 1 is you can pick the whole 15. You roughly get an idea who you're going to start, and then you can wildcard out of it early. Like game week 2 is just you feel like you're setting up your game week 1 team for a bench boost game week 2. Something can go wrong, and then your game week 1 and game week 2 could be a shambles. So for me, mate, I just wouldn't look at that. I'd be looking to try and make a stronger game week 1 side, and more longer term. Otherwise, if you're insistent on bench boost game week 2, I wouldn't change that team. I think it looks very good for it. Just not the way I would play Bjorn, mate. But I think if you are going to do it, that's great. Oh, Amara, you sent your team 3 weeks ago. Where? Where, mate? Like, literally, help me. 3 weeks ago, I was on a beach somewhere in the Amalfi Coast, I think. So I was not reading. And if I did read, strong, like, I care about you. Okay, what we got? Hey man, with your weird. Is there anyone else that I've said that I would? Any of the members that I said I would look at their teams? But otherwise, hey man, with your weird screenshot. Have you got two teams? One's a bench boost and one's not. Oh no, you just like made it horrible for me. Kinski, Richards, Gomez, Calvert-Lewin on the bench. All right, I'll remember that. Kadioglu, Aina, Shaw. All right, so you've gone fullbacks basically, which interesting. So early season, I like the option of going fullbacks because if you're going to wildcard early, why not go for the guys that are going to score goals? And I know that is like. Sorry, I realised that my team that I was showing before was obviously not my team. Yeah, why not go for the guys that are going to score goals from defence? Because bench boost is like Defcon is obviously going to be good from Paul. Hey mate, how you going? Teach me tips. All right, mate. I'll pull you up after this. No longer a member, mate. Can't pull you up. No green. No green. Get back in the club. Yeah. So sorry, hey man. Yeah, I think that the fullbacks and wingbacks early season, if you're going to wild card, actually quite nice. Going for that sort of offensive line because Defcon over the full season are going to do better. But over a short sample size, if you pick the guys that score goals at the right time, you can outscore the guys that are going Defcon over a short period of time. So actually, if you're on a bench boost game week 1 and you're on an early wild card confirmed, why not pick a 4.5 mil wingback rather than a 4.5 mil Defcon defender? And I really like, now that you've said that, I almost want to do that and change my team because that is something I say every season. And I probably am going to wildcard early this year. We'll think about it. But obviously, clean sheet's still number one. Clean sheet's still number one. Yeah, so Bruno and Dyer and Bumo Solis in midfield, I like. Haaland, João Pedro, I like. I probably wouldn't change that. I actually don't think I'd change this team. Richards, Gomez, Richards. I would just go Charlie Riyad over Richards. You save 0.5 million. Richards is 5, isn't he? Yeah, I'll just go Charlie Riyad at Palace. You save 0.5 mil. And you can use that 0.5 mil somewhere. Gomez maybe upgrade to 5.4. No, Gomez is 5 mil again this year. Sorry, like I actually didn't know he was 5 mil. I thought he was 5.5. That's actually a mental price. I'd pick Gomez. Well, I'm not picking him, but like he's gonna start. He's surely he plays like every week. He's 5 mil. I still can't believe that. Someone tell me why he's not a good pick. He's 5 mil. He's going to play on the wing for Brighton. I mean, I just... Yeah, I guess when it's promised David goes up front, Marita might go out to the wing. Or Marita might play attacking mid as well, to be fair. Yeah, I would just downgrade Richards to Chaddy Riyad, and then... I mean, I don't know where you'd find that. I mean, you could maybe go Aina to Nico Williams. Shaw to someone that's not Shaw. Because I hate Shaw. Yeah. Yeah, mate, I like your team. I actually think it's really good. Really good. Paul, mate, where's your team? Talk to me. Marek Stastinu. Didn't I answer your team, Marek Stastini Jr.? I think I spoke through your team, mate, so just rewind the stream. I talked it through. Is De Kuiper Bay? De Kuiper will play first week left wing, and then he'll be out the side. Gomez is injury prone. Yeah, not wrong, Robbie, mate. Not wrong at all. Not wrong at all. Yeah, I mean, Gomez is making me think twice. Do you know what? I'm going to take a brief pause here because I actually think this is massively interested me to a point where I could rejig my entire team. Gomez at 5 million. I mean, that is just... What are Brighton's fixtures? I don't know why I've been Scooby clueless. I mean, they're not bad fixtures. They're not great. They're not great. I don't think I would change my team. Although it would let me upgrade. This would actually be nice. That's hard to turn down. Hard to turn down on getting Jackway in for Chaddy Riyad. And having Gomez against Villa. Gomez allows me to get the go. Yeah, I'm not putting DCL in, Rob. He's not coming. I mean, I'm going to wildcard early. Another tenner for DCL. Don't want to put DCL in, mate. No, don't do this. Game week 1, triple captain DCL. Hey Dylan, how are you, mate? You alright? Is it worth having Sharda and Sangari, or do I change Sharda to Ndai? Yeah, I'd change Sharda to Ndai Cobblers, and I'd change Sangari to Caicedo, personally. Is Jackway nailed though, Araujo? Yeah, I think Jackway plays, mate. I think Jackway plays. I wouldn't expect Araujo to play. I think Araujo signed as cover. Slash can also play right back, which is we've had a problem with right back. I sort of like that, but I also sort of don't like double Brighton. But I sort of do playing Villa. Oh, fuck, it could be good. It does make it difficult to move on though from that. those price points are not as nice. Like, I can't really downgrade. Oh yeah, triple Brighton with a Brugge. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it, but I could do that. Like, that does look better though, doesn't it? It's fucking wild card in game week 2, mate. Honestly, free hit in game week 2, wild card in game week 3. It's crazy. It's really got me thinking. It's really got me thinking. Can do a lot of things with 0.5 mil. Do a lot of things with 0.5 mil. Chat, what do I do? Oh, Jack, but any chance he doesn't start? There's a small chance he doesn't start, but I think it's very unlikely. What's Nathan Bacon's strategy? I don't know. Honestly, there's no point watching other content creators in the first few weeks this season because they all just chat rubbish. Honestly, the only thing that's useful is when they tell you what's been going on in pre-season when I've been on holiday and not been watching a lot of the games. That was actually quite useful. And then I watched the games because I didn't believe them still. Just pointless. Don't watch them. Don't watch it. It's just content farming. Honestly, so bad. I literally not seen one useful video in pre-season. Although having said that, I haven't watched any of SPL Focal. He normally does something useful. He does like roundups of the pre-season stuff, which is normally good. Where would I want a free hit in the first 4 weeks? This is literally what I said last year. Well, this is what I did last year. I bench boost game week 1, I free hit game week 2, and a wild carded game week 4. It was an optimal strategy. I was like 1k in the world at that point. And then I got too excited. Tried to win the whole thing. It's because you got two like this is where the points like I like people listen to me seriously when I say this. Where does the delta come in FPL? It comes in the first 10 game weeks before all the data comes out, all the picks become obvious. All the managers in the teams know everybody else's tactics in the teams. Like Xabi Alonso knows what Enzo Maresca is going to set up like. We know who's going to start. We know what players are going to play. We know what tactics they're going to do. So the teams can set up and play against that. And therefore also less goals are scored as well. So early in the season, you're going to get more goals, more big swing results, more unlikely results. That's where all the delta is in FPL, the first 10 weeks. If you start well, you're going to finish well. Assuming you don't do anything stupid. But if you start poorly, like it's dead season. Honestly, you just quit after 10 weeks. You don't have to quit. You can still make top 100k. But like if you want to be finished like top 1k, you got to have a good start. And using the chips allows you to have a good start, or at least to not to have a good start, but to target those early game weeks where there are going to be lots of big swings before you can wildcard into hopefully, maybe you wildcard in game week 6. The later you can hold that wildcard back, the better. Where you can see like who the best picks are, and then after that, it's just like the line is like this. More like the first few weeks you're like this, and then the line is like this, maybe a little wobble. So yeah, honestly, like it's so important. Game week 1 will be like 200k difference in your rank at the end of the year. 100. Let's say if you're an active, engaged manager, and say you watch all of my streams and video. I mean, maybe say you watch all of FPL Harry. you're going to finish in the top 100k. You probably will finish, you know, like you're going to finish in the top. Well, I mean, you're going to finish in the top 200k for sure. The difference between finishing top 10k and top 200k is the first 2 game weeks. Honestly, it's the first 2 game weeks. Not fast enough to catch the fly. Anyway, I'll stop talking shit. Mitchell instead of Ryan for full wing back lineup like the old days. Nah, I wouldn't go Tariq Mitchell. Not with the new Palace manager. That's why I'm listening and like to talk to you, because I'm getting a good rank this year. Yes, you are, Rob. Leads to glory. Totally agree, Dan. Good man. I've never quit even in a poor season. 20th season for me now. Yeah, sorry. I mean, quit. That was just me chatting shit. Sometimes you got to ignore me as well. Paul, I need your team though. I need your team. Yeah, I'm bench boost game week 1. Do you know the Gomez Jackway is you're getting me. But I won't be able to move Gomez, and I won't be able to move Ruta, which is going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem if they stop starting. If Brighton screw me, that's going to be a real problem. Caicedo's going to play all the time. I can't find 0.5 million anywhere else. Paul, Twitter or Instagram, mate? Thoughts on 3 Coventry next week? Me, Jack. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't be bench boosting game week 2 either. Someone said something. JC99653. I got 6.5 mil for a mid who's best. I'm currently on Lefay with 0.5 in the bank. I'd probably be on Die with 0.5 in the bank. Or Gomez and have 1.5 mil in the bank would be lovely. What about Conser in to save transfer? Yeah, if you're not on bench boost, Conser's great. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, Conser's nice. No, honestly, Conser's nice. So I remember I was looking to see like when a good free hit would be. Game week 3? No, definitely not. Liverpool have Ipswich, City have Coventry. That could be a good free hit. If you, to be honest, if you go no Haaland, you're probably fucked in game week 1 because he's going to bang up Bournemouth. But in game week 3, I'd be free hitting 100%. If you're no Haaland bench boost game week 1, I'd be free hitting in game week 3. And I'd probably try and get to game week 7 before wildcarding into the man himself. Ben White. Rob. Rob. Let's have a look at your team, mate. You're just coming closer and closer to me after I talk. I'd probably be Ben White, mate. 5.5 Ben White. The first few weeks would be nice. You're bench boosting, so otherwise I'd say Conser. Why does your team look nicer than my team? Oh, you don't have Mbuma, you got Szoboszlai. Yeah, that Szoboszlai allowed you to get... I might copy your team. Ben White or Lamans? No, definitely Ben White. Definitely rather Arsenal. Arsenal at least first 2 weeks. If I'm looking at what they said about Timber, he's not training with the group yet on the 20th of August. So, I think Ben White's got the first 3 game weeks. And Arteta, he just can't be trusted anything he says as well. Yeah, it'd be Ben White. I think he's clear cut. I like your team. Then I think you look good, well set up. DCL in there. Why are you confident for game week 1 in Holland after the game against Arsenal? Reminded me of other bad patches where he's not getting much ball and gets frustrated. Of course, I know it was Arsenal. That would probably be my answer. It's Arsenal, and I watched him play in the World Cup, and I thought he was brilliant. I wouldn't say I'm confident. I'd say every year Haaland bangs it in game week 1, and I don't particularly think a team without Haaland looks that much better. I don't know who I would pick that also wouldn't be a gamble. I think that's where I got to when I took Haaland out. The only thing I thought I could improve significantly was my defense, and even that I felt like if I look at my team, sorry, well, hopefully that solved your problem, Ben White. If I look at my team here, I've got 2 Arsenal defenders. Like that's the best. Yeah, I'd probably like Jackway over one of these guys, 0.5 mil. And then after that, I don't know who I'd want. Maybe I'd need another 0.5, or maybe Nico O'Reilly, maybe. But I mean, there's nowhere else. I want a DEFCON midfielder for probably more so for future. I am swaying towards just sticking Gomez in, to be perfectly honest. Over Caicedo. So I think Caicedo is going to be good long term, but if I'm targeting short term wildcard, I don't know. But maybe I'm targeting both at the moment because his team looks quite good. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, no Haaland. Yeah, I just don't see where the improvement's going to be. That's not a punt. Anybody that's more money in midfield is a punt, in my opinion. I don't think you can tell me Rodgers is going to outscore and die in game week 1 for certain. I don't think you can really tell me anybody is going to outscore and die in midfield. You just don't know. Solis, I think, is unbelievable pick, and I would be picking him regardless. I think Bruno and Mbeumo are probably 2 of the people that everyone thinks is going to score the most points in game week 1 because of their fixture. And then Caicedo is the reason I have a DEFCON midfielder is for when the fixtures get shit, you just want to play someone that will get you 4 points. Doesn't matter who they play against. So, maybe I could have gone Sangare there, if I'm honest. Sangare could be a better pick than Caicedo. I don't know. That's sort of my... Dylan, you drop your team in the chat. What chat? Adam, Simen, Abdullah, are you guys around? Because I've got your teams as well. I'll pull up Paul's team in the meantime. Yeah, so I just can't see how I change that team to take out Haaland and everything looks stronger. But here's a way. Probably Semenyo is the only one, but then if you're having Semenyo in, why not just have Haaland in? Tanish. Oh, welcome to the channel, mate. I've never seen you before, but nice to have you in. Cheers, Robbie, mate. Lamens, Bruggen, Calafiori, White, Shaw, Hume, Leaf, Davis, Wirtz, Mbeumo, Rodgers, Solis, Gomez, Haaland, João Pedro, Isaac. How's his team? I'm going to give you a real big compliment there. It feels over budget. I think it's a really nice team, Tanisha. But I would the one thing I would be taking out. I'm assuming your bench boost game week 1. I'll be getting rid of Leif Davis, and I'd be having a centre back. If you're going for a 4.0 million defender, it should be a centre back. My reasoning behind that, I spoke about it earlier. Like the teams that are promoted that are coming up, their fullbacks are not going to be as proficient as they were in the Championship because they're just not going to be as attacking as much. Like they were winning games in the Championship, that's why they were getting a lot of assists. In Premier League, they're going to be defending. So you want the centre backs that are going to get DEFCON. Any 4 mil defender should be a DEFCON centre back. That's the only thing I can say. TMT, where'd you send me your team, bro? Why can I not see it anyway? Oh, I got you on Twitter. Is this you, Abdullah8075? Anyway, I got you to do pool quickly and then I'll come back to you. Paul, are you here, mate? I'm sure you are. Dylan, also, I don't know where you sent it. Bro, what's the review list like? Niels, I got Paul and then and teach me tips and then you, mate. If you can just hang on for me. All right, Paul. Raya and goal, Phillips. Nice. So not planning to bench boost at any specific time. Is that accurate? Why do I feel like my laptop is freezing? Not planning to bench boost because I'm... Yeah, not planning to bench boost. No, okay. Gabriel, Virgil, Maguire. Gabriel's a lot of money. That's all I'm going to say. But let's keep going. Soberslite and Bumo, Semenyo, Fernandez. That's a really nice midfield. Slater at 4.5. So I know already what I'm going to offer you. And then O'Shea at the back, which I guess you probably know what I'm going to say about that. Centre back, Defcon centre back, Diop, Greaves, Thomas, Amenda for Ipswich or Coventry. I'd probably go Greaves if I went Ipswich. I'd probably go Thomas if I went Coventry. Yeah. That would be a one switch there. I mean, Muharemovic. Speak to Rob. Could that potentially be Rodon? Does it need to be Muharemovic? Are they going to be similarly placed? Or is Muharemovic going to clearly be a better FPL pick, not just necessarily a better player? That 0.5 mil could upgrade Slater to Gomez at 5 mil. The rest of that team, I don't have an issue with. You've obviously gone Gabriel for a reason. You've obviously gone no Haaland. I like the midfield. I like the front line. I would consider Gonzalo Garcia up top over Dominic Calvert-Lewin, just because I think he's a very, very good striker. But that is not something that I would push. It's just my personal choice. Is who I would go. I think he will play, and I think it'll be interesting to see how Fulham go under Arbeloa. Maybe a little bit more exciting than under Marco Silva. Again, another new manager, another unknown for us. I think Fulham could be really interesting this year. I'll pay you £10 to stop suggesting Garcia over DCL. I do not bow down to money. I'll send my bank deets, Rob. Rode on the gamers. Yeah, okay, that's nice. Me, Jack Caicedo from Chelsea. Thoughts on Caicedo? Well, Caicedo's in my team, so I like him. I think he's a fantastic DEFCON midfielder, and who I would have at 5.5 mil. It would be between him and Sangare, and I've gone Caicedo over Sangare. So we've got 45 minutes till deadline. Beer money though, yeah, beer money. Well, I stepped on this guy's painting today in Italy. I felt really bad about it because I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at maps to work out where I was supposed to enter this building, and I was walking around the street, and then I stepped on this like what I thought was a painting at the time, and it was obviously just like some art print work. But then I was like, oh man, I'm so sorry. Like, I stepped on your painting, blah blah blah. And he was like really angry. He's like, oh, I spent a lot of time doing these, blah 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 blah. He's like, oh, you need to give me some money. You ruined it. And I was like, listen, I've got €2. I had five, and he hustled me up to €5. So I need to make that money back. So I'll take the £10 for no Garcia and supporting DCL. Yeah, I'm still salty about it. I feel like I should never have given him any money, but at the time I thought it was like a real nice painting, and then he gave me the painting. To be fair, for €5, which is not that bad, but it looks shit. Yeah. Anyway, do you think double Arsenal was worth it? I got a feeling Arsenal concede. If Arsenal can concede to Coventry, everyone, you're gonna hear the biggest cry from everybody. Dylan, where have you sent your team? Please. Oh, WhatsApp. You're killing me, bro. I can't put that up on the screen. Why can't you send me on Twitter or something? Yeah, I think all of those guys start. FYI, Dylan, for you. If that's what you wanted. Yeah, Paul. So I think those are your thoughts. Rest looks nice. I think you gone well. Still outside now, almost about to submit my team. Yes, Capsy, very nice. 45 minutes till deadline, mates. You got a little bit of time. Like Garcia, but don't like their fixtures. Yes, Garcia. No, why would you select him over Calvert-Lewin? Going for big centre backs that are good at scoring goals from headers. Feel like it's perfect with these three and possibly Mihajlovic. 3 of them is enough for my team. Thanks for the suggestions. All good. Yeah, I just think. Yeah, I think that's a good option. But yeah, maybe Mihajlovic to Rodon, Slater to Gomez is nice. You get an extra sort of attacking player. As a TV. Capsy, I don't know what you say. Rodon will assist tomorrow. Sorry, after Paul, I had somebody on the go. Teach me tips, my man. Liverpool could start hard and fast, but could concede a lot of goals. But I think Jacko might be good off set pieces. I reckon he's got a chance of scoring goals. That was going to be my other thought for Paul, but I don't think he'd like that. I think he would prefer Van Dijk. But still, Van Dijk to Jacko, 1.5 mil is like a lot of money to then move around. Teach me tips. Palestra, Calafiori, White, Maguire. Oh, yeah. Okay, I like the back line. I think the back line is super strong. You're not bench boosting because you got Dovin. Wait, you are bench boosting. Did you say you were bench boosting? I'm assuming you're not because you got Dovin. Because Rushworth is Coventry keeper, right? Big Al, what's rocking with you, Aussie? I'm tempted to change everything, go no hurl on last minute. Wildcard early anyway. Woof. I don't hate it. I think you then free hit. You just free hit game week 3 if you do that. This team, not mine. TMT, where's your team then, mate? Didn't you send me it on Twitter? All right, hang on a minute. Am I being dumb? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. What's your Twitter name? Oh, I am being dumb, bro. I am just being dumb. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, your bench boost game week 2. I told you don't like it. I told you I don't like it. I don't like it about game week 2 bench boost. I just think too many things can go wrong. I would rather just. Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. I guess it's cheap. But then where do you go from there? Like, are you also going to wildcard early? What if you get like 2 injuries in game week 1 and you can't bench boost in game week 2 and you have to wildcard early anyway and you still want to have to use a bench boost later? It could go well, but I just think if you're gonna not use it in game week 1, just sack the thought of a bench boost altogether and just pick the best team for as long as possible and like hold your wild card off, hold everything off. Like I think those are your, it could work game week 2. It could work. Yeah, that's fine. It's an aggressive risk. It's an aggressive risk. It could work. So if say you are going to do it, looking at your team in that eyesight, I don't think I'd make any changes. I the only thing I'd say is Van Uwyk, potentially Amenda, but I mean again, Amenda might not be playing game week 2, so I don't think I'd change anything. Honestly, I think it's a perfect game week 2 bench boost side. Yeah. Yeah, nothing more to say on that, mate. That's an easy one for me. Nice and easy. Easy for you as well. I got too many screens and I'm just getting confused by what I'm clicking on. Niels, not Niels. I'm actually losing my mind. Nish, I got your team, mate. Talk to me. Talk to me. Sorry, Simon, mate. My brain is on a heater at the moment. Not the correct term. Guys, we've got 35 minutes to deadline, just FYI. Nish, are you here? Are you alive? ET, wow. OG, what's up, my man? Thoughts on Schlager, and if not him, best 5 mil midfielder? Diego Gomez, we've just discussed this in the chat. 5 mil, Diego Gomez, Brighton's going to play on the wing. Definitely get him in. Bunty, my man, we are back. How are you, bro? Hope you've been good. And die to gross to free up 0.5 million for Kinski. Is this for game week 1 bench boost? And then Enzo Lafayette and die. mate. If you're hey, kick off, my guy. Yeah, we'll give away some memberships. But you'll have to wait and see if we're doing another giveaway at the end of the stream today. No, don't listen to Rob. Don't listen to Rob. He's trying to convince you out of Gomez. Gomez is a good pick. Would you start Gomez over DCL now that he's an option for my starting 11? Check on my brother. Saw refusing to train. He actually said that. I'll text him now. I've got a few Palace connections actually. That doesn't sound true. Premier League shirt giveaway. Do you know what? I might do that for the winner of my mini league this year. I actually might do that. I don't think that's true, Rob. Leo, how have you been, mate? Went travelling last 3 months around Southeast Asia. It was unreal. Oh my day. Did you do what? Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, that sort of stuff? Did you by chance go to the north of Vietnam and go to this place called Sapa? It's like my favourite place in the world. Going without Haaland, Bonte, that's wild. Make sure you free hit in game week 3 if you do that. And then try and wildcard in Thailand, maybe by game week 7. I want spin the wheel wins. I don't play FPL. Kickoff, come on, play this year. Come on, for me. You're in the chat all the time. Just play. Just pick an auto pick the team. And like we can just show your team every week. And we can have a communal team, which is just your FPL team. And you just make the transfers that everyone does. Do donations, membership. Yeah, members always get in the which mini league? My mini league actually, now you mention it. Yeah, the mini league code's at the bottom of the screen. Thankfully I changed that. I was thinking, did I still have last year's code on there? Cap's got to be a member. All right, I'll tell you what, we got half an hour. It's time to do membership giveaway. I'm sure I can give away 5 memberships. I will gift 5 members, five lucky members. Here we go. Can Cap start the year well? Maybe kick off. Who knows? Can you be a winner? Nish is winning all the time. Nish, mate. Maxonite's won 2 weeks in a row. Maxonite, you haven't sent me your WhatsApp and Gmail. Unk, what's up, mate? How are you? Thanks for coming in to the chat. Wait, so who won these 5? I can't see the 5th membership. Yeah, Maxonite, Tyler Clove, Jonathan Keeble, Nish, and Paul. Paul didn't need it, but got the free membership month. Yes, sell Sar, mate. Just get rid of him. No, you'd be alright, mate. Sar's alright. Spin the wheel now. Might do a spin the wheel post deadline, but I won't be doing it now because we've still got teams to get through. And I'm on Nish's team. Is he here? Tell me, Nish. Bonte, tell me about your trip, mate. Did you do Sapa in Vietnam, northern Vietnam? Yeah, started in Vietnam, then went to Laos, which, by the way, was so underrated. Then Thailand and Bali. Bro, yeah, we were in Bali not too long ago. You're not too far from Oz, mate. You should have come out to Sydney. Well, I'm not there, so I'm glad you didn't. Paul always is member because of me. Should Rob be a mod? Oh, bro, I was about to buy it myself. Nish, come on, mate. You can still do that. You can still do that. Get yourself an extra month. Who should I play as my second keeper other than Men's? My first have double Coventry defense. I don't like game week 2 bench boost, Lou. Uncle Lou saw a few lady boys. Oh, do you know what's crazy? Did you see the what are they called? The shows in Thailand. I can't remember what they're called. Mate, it was some crazy stuff going on there. I can't talk about it on this live stream because I'm pretty sure there's people under 18. But some crazy things were going on, man. They were shooting things out of areas they shouldn't be shooting things out of. Nish, Mabruk and Kinski, let's talk about FPL, please. Calafiori, Maguire, Mihorovic, Aya, O'Shea. Like I said about O'Shea, I prefer, if you're going to have a 4.0 million defender, it should be a centre-back from the promoted teams. Because, and why? Promoted teams, fullbacks got lots of assists because they were attacking a lot, because they were a good team and they were scoring goals. In the Premier League, won't be happening as much. They'll be defending more. So get a centre-back that can get DEFCON, 4.0 mils. If you want from Ipswich, Greaves or Diop. If you want from Coventry, Thomas or Amenda. I would pick Greaves or Thomas personally out of the two. Pigeons by any chance, Thailand. Ping pong show. That's the one, man. Well done. I think that's what it's called. There was a Star Wars show. Put me on the wheel, mate. Got a perfect thing for it. Do I trust Rob with Sarley? Can swap to Ndai and someone else. Rob, like, what's going on? Yeah, you could go Ndai. Depends I'm good. Top 2 mil last year with Adam's help too. I mean, we got to get higher than that, Rob. Didn't you get top 1 mil in the end, or no? To be honest, last few weeks, whatever I was doing, I think I was unavailable, wasn't I? Midfield. Enzo Lefebvre should be in Ndai, in my opinion, Nish. I don't like Enzo Lefebvre as a pick. Don't mind Gross. Happy with Aya. Could potentially go Gross to Diego Gomez and Aya to Jacque. That would make your backline pretty beastly. I would then be bench. Are you bench boosting game week 1, Nish? Really wanted to get Ndai in. Ndai for Enzo Lefebvre. Just for Enzo Lefebvre. Just get out Enzo Lefebvre, get Ndai in. I would definitely suggest that. And then I'd consider Gross down to Gomez and Aya up to Jacque, because that would be quite nice. And I don't particularly love Gross as an option. I reckon Promise David comes in and starts taking pens. Bruno versus Haaland versus Arsenal captain. I've gone Solace captain Arsenal. Wild, I know. But we're going to go big in game week 1. Or you're going to see me next week when I'm like, season's over, target is top 100k. That's the honest review. Bench piece 1-ish. Yeah, I just go and die for Lefebvre. And then up to you. I think you could go Gomez instead of Gross and Jacque instead of Aya. I think that works for your team to do that. Off to Emirates shortly, so shall shout to Solis to say no. Send me a video, mate. Send me a video of you telling Solis, "Oi, you're my mate's fantasy captain. Do something." If season's over, I paid £20 in beers. Dusty, man, what's happening, Dusty? How are you, Jerry? You good, mate? How long's the queue for teams? Just wondering. I'll hang around either way. Leo, where'd you send me your team, mate? I'll pull you up now. Gabriel, fuck, no Haaland. Yeah, I knew you did that. I knew that you did that. I suggest bench boost 1 instead, just because I just think things could happen in between game week 1 and game week 2. I think it's extremely high risk, which definitely can pay off, and definitely I'm not opposed to that strategy at this time of the season. I'm softening my approach as more and more people give me decent bench boost 2 options, but I just think it can go so wrong for you that you've picked a suboptimal game week 1 team, then your game week 2 team you can't end up bench boosting because something happens, and then at the time in the season where you want to be really pushing for the most points possible, where there's so much delta, there's so much variance is the word I was looking for. It would suck to have 2 shit weeks because of like bad luck and an injury at a time where it's so important to get like good luck. Do you know what I mean? Is Jacko Defro starting? Yeah, I think so. I can't say definitely, but I would say 85% he starts over Araujo. Jackway versus Hume versus Aya. You say Jackway still. Look, I think it's Aya v Jackway for me. Jackway long term is good. Hume obviously just wild that he's starting on the wing, but I mean, come on now. I mean, I could get around Hume. I could get around Hume. I don't mind any of those options. I think they're all good. In fact, so much so that I might go Hume for Chaddy Riyad. Potentially. Sorry, I was thinking about Hume. I don't know. Anyway, all right. Bruno Solis and Bumo Soboslai, Enzo Lefay. I prefer Ndai to Enzo Lefay, as I've said a few times on stream. Bonte, Isaac, João Pedro, Calvert Lewin. Fine. I'm okay with that. The back line, I'm pretty happy with, except for Colwell, who's a rogue pick in my opinion. If you got 5 million, I'd be going Jackway. I'll be going Jackway. I might be butchering his name, by the way. Rice is an interesting pick over Lemans as well. But I guess you've gone 3 United elsewhere, haven't you? I'm just thinking about Hume. I'm sorry. You really got me thinking. There's been some really interesting considerations over the last. Not long. People actually gone for Hume. 7% owned. I just think if Sunderland sign a right winger, Humes doesn't play. They've got so many defenders. I don't know if he starts it. I don't think he gets in at right back. But do they get a right winger before I need to work hard? Adam, I can't believe the only content creator I support doesn't have DCL. It makes me want to cry. Yeah, but I got a road on, mate. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Hang on. Play some ads, bro. No ads play on my channel. I'm too good to you guys. That's why. Next week I'll put it on maximum ads. 20 minutes to deadline, by the way, guys. O'Shea or Diop? O'Shea playing right back, I think. Yeah, Diop, Tanish, yeah. Who wants to bet DCL double tomorrow, mostly because Adam doesn't have him? I will take that bet, Rob. Yeah, Bonte, I'll go Jackway for that last pick. And let me switch back to here while I just check if anybody else's teams. Robertson, Diop, Senga. Yeah, Bryce, I like the updated team, mate. Very nice. Robertson. It's an interesting one. Might as well go Hume. Cap, you gone with Conser now? Is that actually your final draft? Hey, bro, and Hill and die or Enzo Lefebvre. I'll go and die. L. Mine, please. It's on Twitter. Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll pull yours up. ET, the OG, mate. You're an OG of this channel. Despite you not supporting and being a member, you're still an OG because you're one of my first subscribers, I think. Igor Nikolic. Hey, what two players would you start in the first week? Enzo Lefebvre, Sharda, DCL. Well, I might get lynched on this channel if I went for the other two. So it would be Sharda and DCL. But I mean, if you have that problem, you're not on a bench boost. I think I'll free hit for Haaland just in case. Yeah, I think you should definitely free hit in 3, mate. Don't need ads when I give beer money. Any leaks? No leaks, mate. No leaks. Yeah, I think if you're going to get rid of someone, it'd be Chaddy Riyad. Hey, man. I'm getting the yips now. Convince me not to bench boost 2. I told you why I would not bench boost in 2. I said it's super aggressive and it can go you can be 2 weeks in and be cooked. But if game week 1 goes well and game week 2 goes well, then you can come into my chat and you can tell me I'm a twat. Solis is a must. I think Solis is a must. At that price point, 6.5 million for Arsenal against Coventry, just got to have him. Hill going with Isaac over João Pedro and Ben White is a good pick. I do have Calafiori. Yeah, I would go Calafiori over Ben White, but Ben White's also a good pick. ET, mate. L. Kinski, Bruggen, lovely. Aya, Calafiori, Shaw, Ballard, Greaves. Happy. Schlager. Odegaard. Nice. I'd consider Diego Gomez over Schlager on a bench boost, ET. Just because I think he's more attacking, more likely to get a goal. You're probably going to wildcard early out of this team anyway. Actually, your team could probably last quite a while. I would probably not make any changes to your team, mate. I think you're pretty solid. I would say your options are Schlager to Gomez and Soboslai to Solis. I wouldn't make any other changes. I think it looks nice. Enjoy the game, man, bro. Much love. Thanks for dropping by. Make sure you shout out Solis for me to score some goals. Martinelli not on the team walk. Solis 90. Oh, sweet. Sweet. 90 minutes. Automatic. You're baiting on Solis captain. What do you mean I'm baiting? I'm not baiting. I don't. If you do, like, I'm not saying anybody should captain Solis. I'm just captaining Solis. You choose your own. You pick your own poison. Captaincy. What a poisonous choice. My team. This is my team. These bad boys. Anybody else needing teams reviewed? I think I've got through everybody. Omar, my team is Rose, Maguire, Mosquera, Ballard, Gross, Bruno, Fernandez, Rice, Lafay, Cunha. Cunha may not start, so I'd go and Mbeumo over Cunha. João Pedro, Palmer, Rodon, A. Garcia, and Neve. Yeah, I'd go and Die over Lafay, and Mbeumo over Cunha. Yeah, Rita at 5.5 is nice to let me afford stuff, to be honest. Who the bleep is A. Garcia? 4 million defender from Aston Villa. He is not going to start, surely. I think Lindelof and Torres start at the back for Villa. So surely, so I would say A. Garcia just becomes like Thomas of Coventry, 4.0 million playing defender, or Greaves of Ipswich, also 4.0 million playing defender. So that gives you an extra guy on the bench who's actually going to play. I guess there's no 4.5 mil forwards that are actually going to play. So Neve is fine. You're not going to pick that many Newcastle players, so that's all right. And he's not selected by that many people, so he won't decrease in price, which is good. And yeah, my other changes would be Lafay and Dye and Cunha to Mbeumo. The rest looks okay. Omara. Isn't Promised David going to take Reuter's minutes? Yes, he is, but he won't be playing in game week 1. So Reuter's going to start. That's for my bench boost, and then I think Reuter probably moves to the wing. He's still going to play for Brighton. He's a big player on the side. He just won't play up front. Niels, yes, I can review your team. Niels, where can you send it to me on some form of media? It's X, Insta. I actually forgot to promote this stream on Twitter. I should have done that. Maggio breakout season. Yeah, but he's injured, isn't he, Craig? It's a shame. I thought he looked class as well, to be honest. I agree with you. Niels, who is best Ipswich defender? Greaves for me, mate. I've just seen your team on the WhatsApp chat, Niels. So quick one for you: Kinski, Verbruggen, Light, Calafiori, Gabriel, Maguire. You've gone without Haaland, Ballard, and O'Shea. I'd switch O'Shea to Greaves. I've spoken on this channel about having. From the promoted teams, you want to have the DEFCON defenders because they're obviously their fullbacks are not going to get as many assists as they were getting in the Championship. They're going to be defending more DEFCON. So I'd be going Greaves for Ipswich. Ballard fine. Semenyo, Bruno, Mbumo, Soboslai, Pascal Gross at 5.5. We was talking about considering Diego Gomez at 5 mil for Brighton. If you're going to go for a Brighton guy, he's going to play on the wing for them, even more attacking than Gross. Obviously, Gross has got penalties, so each to your own. But if you want an extra 0.5 million that you want to upgrade someone somewhere else, that's where you could steal it. Otherwise, Gross is fine. Calvert-Lewin, Isaac, João Pedro, I like. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Will Greaves start? Greaves should start alongside Diop. Either one. I mean, Greaves and Diop. I'd expect them both to play. What's better, Shaw and Rodon or Maguire and Greaves? Sangare or Gross? Depends what you want. If you want longevity and long term, you'd go Sangare. If you want to take a punt at a high score in the first couple of weeks, then you go Gross. I think Graves will start centre back. No? Who starts centre back otherwise for Ipswich? You don't check Insta teams, Arish Pudel. That is not true. I do, and you sent it 1 minute ago. Do you think I am Superman? I am not Superman. Arush, I would move Van. I can put you on screen, but next time be more polite. Thanks. I'd change Van Uwyk to Thomas, and the rest is good. Sangare DCL to start this week. Brycey DCL. Hume and Maguire or Ballard and Shaw. Me Jack. Hume and Maguire. ET, what's better, Shaw and Rodon and Maguire and Greaves? Don't have the answer for that one. Perush, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. Do you know what? I'm on holiday, mate. I've forgotten a lot of things. Hume 96% starter, apparently. Yeah, Hume's going to start on the wing for Sunderland this week. It's just after that. If Sunderland sign a winger before the deadline. That's the main dramas. All right, what we got, guys? Anyone else? Anyone else for anything else? We got 6 minutes to the deadline. Shit. All right, no more team reviews. It says Odegaard not nailed on. Odegaard is nailed as hell. Last question: White and Calafiori should start tonight. Brycey, yes. What about Mukiele over White? No. And much no. Mukiele's less likely to start than White. I mean, I think he will start, but nice man, early wildcard fan. That's fine. Early wildcard is good. I recommend an early wildcard. I mean, if you don't have one, then ideal. But yeah, for those of you that are new to the channel, smash that like button, subscribe down below. If you're interested, check out the football fan fits. You can see in the top right of the stream. There's a few stuff, customized stuff is available if you DM me. But there's a bunch of stuff on my Football Fanfits website that you can buy. Some custom t-shirts, hoodies, caps, mugs, etc. with your favourite players, teams. Let me know if there's anything that you want specifically created. I can do it for you if reasonable. How set am I on Crystal Palace this season? I think they're going to be pretty poor, if I'm honest. I think they're going to be pretty poor indeed. Arsenal team leak incoming on Focal in a couple of minutes. Interesting. Let's have a look if there's any team leaks that I've got. Nothing that I can see. Nothing I can see. What about in lists? Team leaks. Let's see. Nope. We ain't got nothing. Riyadh for Hume got to be good. I'm going to do it, Rob. I'm going to do it. Last minute. Am I? How many issues am I going to have in this team? Jorginho Ruta probably still going to play. Ben White's going to stop playing. But I can manage those issues. Let's go aggressive. Let's go Trey Hume. Wild. Team news and ticks releasing Arsenal news. Don't blame me if it goes wrong. Post Salah fall off. Alarming how most folks don't have a Liverpool. I think Liverpool are going to be really good, but I just think it doesn't really work for my bench boost in game week 1. On a wild card, I'm going to have a lot of Liverpool players. I would have liked to have Gakpo. I would have liked to have had Gakpo, but then obviously the Spurs stuff came up. My midfield feels pretty good. I'm telling you, Rob, if Hume fails me, you know who I'm coming for. Bench me 2 locked. Good luck, Simon. Adam, let's do a bet. What are we betting on? Trey Hume, no return. That's my bet. Membership versus on the bench T working or not. Okay. What do you want? What do you want? Saka starts, by the way, on the train. Saka starts over Madueke. Wild. Havertz, Rice, and Saka start is the leaks I've got. Team news and ticks on Twitter. $18.28. All right, and we are locked. Sorry, I know that was late. Don't know if I think I got that in just before 7:30. I want a sincere apology. Okay, done. Done. What's considered bench boost working in 2? How many points do you need? Wow, if I'd have known that, I could potentially have gone Kai Havertz on the bench boost. Well, I guess he's not going to get 90 minutes, is he? Done and dusted, boys. We are locked. How many points do you need on the bench boost? Teach me tips. Any return? No. We need to have an official number for this bet. You tell me what your bench is going to be. What's a fair number for 4 players? All with Defcon. So minimum is 8, basically. So you want 5, 9, 13. Feels nice. What about 15 points? If you get 15 points, it's a success. Is that too high? 14. Someone's got to do something, otherwise you're just trickling along bench boost. $14, and I'll give you an extremely sincere apology. All right, done deal. Get the handshake in there. All right, guys. Good luck this week. Thanks for tuning in. Firstly, if you have tuned in the whole time, remember to smash that subscribe button. Like the stream. I'm obviously doing this while I'm on holiday as well, so I do enjoy chatting to you guys. I do enjoy the streams. Obviously, won't be as active in the weeks, but I'll try and share my teams. And those of you that are members will obviously be able to interact with me on WhatsApp because I'm pretty active on there with all of you guys. I hope you've had a good break, and I hope you're ready for a bit of FPL. Try to not get too down with the downs, and make sure you do get 2 up with the ups. And are we going to do a giveaway this week? Is Kickoff here? Kickoff, you here, mate? No, he's not here. No giveaway this week, but we'll do one. We'll do one when I have a little bit more time to prepare and think about it. I think there will be something for the mini league winner this year. There definitely will be something for my elite members, mini league winners. So thank you guys all for tuning in. Appreciate you all. Good night, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are. And let's smash this season. This has been your English Aussie, and I will catch you guys later. Have a great night, everyone. See ya.